Indriya vrittaya tamatmika indriya vrittaya suraha. It was told, full of ignorance, darkness. That means not regulated by the Shastras. The actions and functions of the organs, when not regulated by the scriptures, they are called as asura. Such functions of the organs are called as demons.
But what is the difference between asuraha and rakshasaha?
Asura and Rakshasa are a bit different. Because Asuraha, they are at least enjoying themselves. They enjoy. For their enjoyment, they do all the sins. But Rakshasas, they don't even enjoy themselves. They know only to destroy others, that's all. For no reason. Their thinking is always destroy and enjoy that. They enjoy the destruction of, that's all. Yeah, but they are not enjoying their own organs. They are not, for their personal wishes to be fulfilled, they are not doing anything. Even a rat, when it cuts something, there's some purpose for that. It wants to mend its teeth, otherwise it becomes so long, it will die. For mending the teeth only they are cutting. There is a purpose, but Rakshasas don't, not even such a purpose also. That is the difference between Asuras and Rakshasas. The only destructive quality is there in them. But Asuras, only for self-enjoyment, they are ready to destruct or to disturb others. They are ready to exploit others. Therefore, here we will not call the Indriyas as Asuras. We are calling the Indriyas as Asuras, but not as Rakshasas. Because the Indriyas always enjoy themselves. That's why we see among the human beings, whatever mischief they do, they enjoy it also. They enjoy the mischief. They put atom bomb and they enjoy it. They are happy, they are proud of it. So that is the Asura Vritti. It shows the Asura Vritti. It is not a spiritual person, a spiritual aspirant cannot do such things at all. It's totally Asura Vritti fellow, who is not regulated by the Shastras. Not regulated. Here we are using illumined word we were using, but actually according to the Div Dhatu we were using illumination, but the actual meaning of it you have to take here, regulated. Not illumined, not only illumined, but regulated by the Shastras, the scriptures. The person does not want to let his organs function according to the natural tendencies of himself. But he wants to know through the Shastras what should be the do's and the don'ts. And then he has to work. Such person who is regulating the functions of all his organs by the scriptures. That is Devaha. Just opposite to that is Asura. Ha-va. The words are here. Devasura, ha-vai. These two, Nipata, indeclinable words. What do they denote? Pura vrittodbhasako. They are just reminding of some past incident. Purva vritta. Vritta is incident or event. Purva vritta, past incident or past event, is being denoted by the two indeclinables, ha and vai. Then sometimes it has happened, time we don't know when. Because we don't know when the Srishti has started also, this creation started. Date of birth of earth we know, but not of the whole Srishti itself, the whole creation. Yatra yasmin nimitte itretra vishayapahar lakshana sanyetire. With regard to which, with regard to yasmin which, itretra vishay apahar lakshana, What these two are doing, the Devas and Asuras, they want to steal the property of each other. The properties are qualities. They want to steal of each other. For that purpose, Sanyetire. What is the meaning of Sanyetire? Sampurvasya yatatehe sangramartattam iti sangramam kritavanta ityartah. Sam is the prefix and yata is the root from which Sanyetire is derived from. And the meaning is sangrama. Even though yata, dhatu is yati prayatne, to do effort. But when it is used with some prefix, and the prefix some comes, then the meaning is not to do effort, but it is to do war. Sangrama. Sam, yata. Sam is prefix, yat is the dhatu of prayatna meaning, to effort meaning, but when it is mixed with this, what is the meaning changes to? Sangramartatvam. This is why it is called as that Upasarga shloka we have told many a times, even Vyakarana and Nyaya and all. What is the speciality of Upasargas? Dhatvartam bhajate kaschittam anuvartate tameva vishnashtanyad upasarga gatistridha. Here what is doing? Now Dhatvartam bhajate. The meaning of just to do general effort is called yatna, prayatna. But that is gone. A special effort done with raga and dvesha, war. The meaning is totally different now. Sangramartatvam iti sangramam kritavanta ityartaha. They entered into a war. Shastriya prakasha vrittibhim bhavanaya pravrittaha swabhavikya tamorupa indrivartayo asuraha. Shastriya prakasha vritti abhibhavanaya, to undermine all the functions and actions of the different organs which are being illumined or regulated by the scriptures. Those functions were wanted to be undermined by the asuras. Who are they? Swabhavikyaha. That means natural. Tamorupaha, unillumined, unregulated by the scriptures, darkness, ignorance. Indrivartaya suraha pravrittaha. They have engaged in this war. Such functions and the actions of the different organs, which are called here as asuras, are engaged themselves into a war with the devas who are wanting to work according to the scriptures. So in everybody this fight is going on. That's what God, and later Shankaracharya will say, from time unknown, immemorial, this thing is happening. From Anadikala, this thing is happening. In everybody's heart, clash is going on. The natural tendencies are pulling you on one side towards the worldly affairs, and the other side, because from the childhood there's some satsanga, and from mother, from father, and the sanskara has been given, it is pulling, don't do. At last, the natural tendencies are so much forceful, they'll pull you and take you into the sins. It's very, very rare that discriminative power is there, the viveka is there, strong. Then you can confront this, not otherwise. Not so easy. Whatever you tell them, I'm seeing many sadhakas, many students since 15, 16 years, I'm seeing. How many times you tell them, make them to realize their mistakes, their natural tendencies. They never let them sit. That shows that they have come to study the Shastras, but they're not able to sit in the class. See the obstacle in between. Internal wish is there. Whenever Sattvic Vritti comes, they want to study. The wish comes up, and immediately the vasanas come other way, and they just press it down. And they go into the worldly affairs. Many live in the halfway. They say, Swamiji ko samajh mein nahi aata. Aadha class padha. Half lagu is over, after that they are leaving the class. Many students are saying. I said, dhairya rakho, kaschid dhiraha. It's told everywhere in the Shastras, your dhairya is needed very much. If you have that quality in you, then you can go through any Shastra, any sadhana without any obstacle. Because those obstacles can't undermine you at all. It is a minor thing. You will neglect it.
But Maya is so balavattaram.
That is why the Purushartha is what then? Then what is Purushartha?
माया किसी ने पैदा किया.
The Maya is our own Shakti. It's not something other than us. It's just a husband says, my wife is troubling me, but it is your own thing. What can we do? The way the husband is troubling me, it's your own personal matters. Similarly, it is here. Maya is none other than our own wife. Who are we? We are Brahma. This is Ishvara and all the other lower stages. And speak of Vedanta is I am Brahman and Maya is mine. Mama Maya Duratyaya. That is God is after telling. It's Mama Maya. So I have to control my own Maya. Actually, that once you control the expectations, the main problem is expectation. You expect something from your ashram, you expect from the teacher, expect from people. They have to react to me in this way, they have to be with this me in this way, I have to do this, and they have to do this. That expectations create all the problems. You don't expect anything from anybody and have a willing power what you can do for others. Then you will see there is no obstacle at all for anybody. This is what I have been practically been doing. Not only doing this in the student life also. Helping other co-students in one way or the other, even co-study also, giving my time to them. And I was not expecting anything in return from them. Nothing. Even the Shastra studies, the last from 84, all the time same thing. Because if you expect, then there's problems. If that expect is not fulfilled, there will be stress and strain. A depression will take place. That depression will divert you from studies. This is the problem. So wherever I had been, many ashrams I have changed and been there, never expect anything. Whatever I could do for the ashram, seva, that I was thinking. And whatever they are giving, in the kitchen or whatever, in whichever way, whatever it comes, yadrichala avena santushta. Accept it as it is. Even though by that one experience becomes true, that dant hai to chana nahi, chana hai to dant nahi. That is my condition. When I was healthy, no sweets, nothing came. And now diabetes and everything comes. And I can't eat, I can't drink. No, go. Good Vardhana of diabetes now. Otherwise, maybe I would have gone into bhoga, eating and enjoying.
I don't think so.
But I think it is a Vardhana.
No, but
But the day we want, we can go also from this world.
wouldn't have gone to Boga.
That's a different thing. Would not have gone. And that's a different thing. And maybe, why should we not think the positive way also? We should not be overconfident. Our gurus had given one single example, which happened or not. It's very good for all sadhakas. He said there was a sadhu, Banaras. He daily was going to Ganga, taking a bath and coming. And there was a prostitute, a Vaishya also. She was seeing that sadhu all the time, very sincerely and timely. 4 o'clock is 4 o'clock, not 1 minute late or early. Whatever, sick is the body, whatever it is, we go. Such a tapasvi. She did pranam to him and asked once, Swamiji, please come to my house also once. Put your charana and make it pavitra. The whole life I made papa. Now I am doing Rama Rama. Let it become successful. So please come once. So he asked the sadhu, so what you saw in me that you are calling me? There are many other sadhus moving around. He said, no, I feel you are a Mahatma. He said, no? He was shocked there only. He said, what? Am I a Mahatma? Am I a sadhu? Okay, I'll think this and answer you tomorrow. 7 days, continuously she was asking. She said, I have not yet decided whether I am a Mahatma or not. Am I sadhu or not? So after 7 days he said, give me 1 month time more. I have to see my every vritti. I have to go into my subconscious and unconscious also and see my vasanas. If I am not able to go there, then how can I declare that I am a Mahatma? It's not possible. Just on the worldly level, the external level, it seems everything is okay and I am okay and I can say I am a Mahatma, but who knows what's inside? So after 1 month again she asked, said, don't ask further. I am not able to decide. Once I decide, I will call you automatically and I will tell I am a Mahatma and I will come to you. Not before that. So she stopped asking. Years went on. So why should we become overconfident that I am a Mahatma? Maybe it's better to say so. And be cautious every day, every minute. Otherwise these asura vrittis, they are very, very strong. Then Maya becomes automatically strong. Once at Viveka, he will tell now how we are getting trapped into this. Shankaracharya will explain the whole thing. You see in the further lines what is coming now. Tatha tad viparitaha. As the asuras want to have a victory over the devaha, similarly tad viparitaha. शास्त्रार्थ विषय विवेक ज्योतिरात्मानो देवाः स्वाभाविक तमोरूप असुराभिभवनाय प्रवृत्ता इति अन्योन्य अभिभवोद्भव रूप संग्राम इव सर्व प्राणिषु प्रतिदेह देवासुर संग्रामो अनादिकाल प्रवृत्तः इत्यभिप्राय. Great sentences come here now. So clear. शास्त्रार्थ विषय विवेक ज्योति. You see, विवेक ज्योति. Shastrartha, Atmanaha, possessed of a person with the organs here are being controlled by the Jivatma, the person, in such a way that he is possessing all the characteristics that's been told in the scriptures. The characteristics of light, of sattvikata, which you call as sattvic, is emerging from within. In which way? Viveka Jyoti. That light is coming. Emerge in which way? In a discriminative power. That light is manifesting itself as Viveka, as discriminative power, and making you cautious in every moment and leading you towards the right thing. Shastrartha Vishayeshu Eva. So all the functions and actions of the organs are well regulated by the scriptures. This is what in Katava is tu Vijnanavan Sarathi. That should come by practice. That's why it's to do Swadhyaya Parvachanabhyam Ma Pramatitavyam. Daily 1 hour Swadhyaya minimum is a tonic. It makes your mind be in perfect for the next 23 hours. So that's why it's saying now. So who are they? Devaha, who have possessed all these things from the understanding of the subjects, functions and actions of organs as prescribed by the scriptures. Those devas, what they want to do? They are also pravritta. They are also engaged in this war. In which way? Why they want? What they want to do? Swabhavika tamurupa asura abhibhavanaya. They want to undermine all those unwanted tamoguna, the darkness you are doing, which is ignorance, unillumined, unregulated by the scriptures, such functions and actions of the organs, they want to undermine them. So these want to undermine them and those want to undermine this fellow. This is how the sangrama is going on all the time. Anyonya abhibhava udbhava rupa. How it is? They want to defeat one over the other one and win over the other one. Sangrama eva. It's just like a war. It's not actually a war with some weapons and all. It's just like a war going on inside everybody's internal organ in the heart. There's a sarva pranishu. In all individual beings, prati deham, in every body you can find this. Devasura sangrama. This type of war is going on from when? Anadikala pravritta, time immemorial, we don't know from when it is. This is the idea, this is the theme behind this story. Sa iha, this sense has been told over here by Shrutya Akhyayika Rupena. In the form of a story, this is being taught. It's a fight between dharma and adharma within us. Dharma and adharma is fighting within us. The natural tendencies and the scriptural tendencies, both are fighting each other. That's why one dad given about that one mantri, one pandit, his son, when he came by Jyotish, that became a big dacoit and all, he gave all the Danda Sanhita. He taught. But still what he did, because of sanskara, he went and took the bhusa. I told the story, isn't it? No? I have told, maybe you were not there on that day. So once what happened, there was a pandit of a king, Kulapurohita. He was a mantri also. After many years, he got one son. When he got a son, he was a big Jyotishi also. He made a kundali and he saw, oh, this fellow has become a big robber, a dacoit or some horrible fellow. So what to do? So he said, okay, we'll not send him to Gurukula or anywhere outside. He made 25 feet height, the whole boundary wall. That he should not, the son should not see outside anything. And he put a muddy hut and all, very simple life, simple things. Said nothing precious should be there which can create more of lust in him to have more of those things. They were all simple things for that. And he taught Danda Sanhita. If you steal this, you'll get such a papa, you'll go to Naraka and you'll have to suffer like this. Whole Danda Sanhita that is told in the Shastras, different Puranas he selected and he made him by heart the whole thing. And here the king is saying, your son is becoming older and older. You are not doing in a single day, let us see his face at peace. No, a time will come, I will bring him. But so what happened later on, the prince's marriage was there, the king said, no, you will not do the Vivaha Sanskara. Our Bhavi Kulapurohita, who is your son, he will do the Sanskara. That's how king forced Kulapurohita to bring his son. And now he is worried. And he became a bodyguard of the son. Father. Always, where is going, he's also going around. He might see something and may lust come out and may that sanskaras come up. Therefore, he has all that behind. And that son also seeing, I have never seen in my life such things. I should have these things. So, all beautiful, everything should have in our house also. Why should we be in a muddy hut when we are the Kulapurohitas? This he started in his mind like anything. But somehow did the other sanskara, the was over, everything was over. And when the people are going, that mantri kam Kulapurohita was called by king and taken out for to vidai for all the people to give a send off. So at that time this fellow got a chance. The bodyguard is not there, father is gone. So he slipped out somewhere and he hided himself somewhere. He was waiting for the moment in the night when these people who have seen me should not be here. The night police change, the guards will change. They have not seen me. At that time I can do the work. Father waited in the night, he saw, I could not find, and he went away. He understood now this fellow will do his job. His sanskar has come up. And that fellow went and in the night, whole night, went to the whole palace, up and down, everywhere. Very, very cleverly was doing every step. Not a single guard came to know that somebody is moving around. See the sanskar, how it comes. Whichever it touched, he saw, oh no, if I steal this papa is going to happen. Then I will go to Naraka, I will suffer there so much, therefore I will not take this. Went on, one to another, everything, whatever it touched, was fully was seeing Papa in that. I can't steal this, I can't steal that, I can't steal that. At last he went to Goshala, the cow shed. There he saw, it was the cow, and there's the chain and everything. Everything was Papa Maya. Then he found that stuff there, Bhusa. So the whole Shastra he brought in his mind and he's saying, nowhere it is written in the Shastra if it's still Bhusa. There will be something Papa. And he said, okay, this is the only thing that I can steal today. Okay, let me do this job. He removed his pagadi, big one, put all the Bhusa because he was very happy. At last he got one thing at least that he could steal. He put everything, a big bundle he put and went on. Now everybody could see him, the big bundle. They caught him, put him into the jail. Next morning, we were brought in the court. And what can the mantri and the Kulapurita say now? His head is down. And king is seeing what? Kulapurita has done such a job, stealing. Then the king asked, tell me, what is the reason there are such precious things here? So nice things. Why you could not steal these things? Why you took this one? He said, you ask my father. He knows. He is the responsible person for this. Otherwise I would have stolen the whole of the palace itself. Maybe it is this fellow who made the meat like this. So this is the Shastra Sanskara. The scriptural tendency, the vasana is the sanskara put by the Shastra. That's why it's called Loka Vasana should be cut by Shastra Vasana. And that Shastra Vasana should be like Brahmakara Vritti. And that becomes Brahman. The steps have to go. That is why it should read the Shastras, read Upanishads again and again. Make this Vasana so strong that the Loka Vasana will be gone. It will never come up. If it comes up also within seconds, the Viveka, it will work immediately and it will help you to get out of it. So that is why Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam Map. So Devasura, there's an Akhyaika Rupa, it is told in form of story, that's all. But the main gist of this whole story is to say that in each and every person, each and every body, what is going to be happening between the Loka Vasana and the Shastra Vasana, every Indriya knows the truth and knows the wrong also, right and wrong, both it is right. Usually, whatever you want to do something wrong, the first there is a sound from inside, don't do this. But you override it and you do it. And we give an excuse, it's Maya. Maya Prabodha. She was also telling her, she made me do. No, it did not make me. We lost our Viveka. We lost our Viveka. How we lose that Viveka? Even that is staying now. Akhya Karupana Dharma Dharma Utpatti Viveka Vijnanaya Kathyate. Dharma and Adharma Utpatti. Viveka Vijnanaya. Dharma is virtue, Adharma is vice. Inki Utpatti. Ka Vivek. How they actually get into a position within us, that discriminative knowledge, to give that discriminative knowledge only, this story has been told. Prana Vishuddhi Vijnana Vidhi Parataya. For what the main purpose? Is Prana Vishuddhi. Prana means your organs. This knowledge is given to you to see how you can purify your functions of the organs. How to purify? For that purpose, the Vidhi Parataya, the injunct or it has been enjoined here, what you have to do. Be careful whenever your nose is smelling a bad smell, a non-fragrant. Such smells are coming, understand immediately. That is, according to your prarabdha, the vice has come up, the papa has come up. That's why you are smelling this bad thing. You're seeing something bad, that means some papa has come up. That's why you are forced to see something bad. Immediately close your eyes, remember God, get out of it. How to purify every function of every organ. How to understand this? Now by this story it will be told. When the Deva, what they want, they went into the shelter of Om, the Udgita. But there also what? These asuras came, made the nose go here and there. Did not let the meditator to meditate completely on the Om, but they made the meditator go through the nose to the beautiful smells here and there, and they distracted him. That's how the Devas were defeated by the Asuras. That means what? Whenever such things are happening within us, we have to be very careful that my indriyas, my organs are going to the wrong side. That means now the Asuras have become strong. The Tamoguna has come or Rajaguna has come. Immediately you have to become alert of it. For that purpose, this whole story is being told. Prana Vishuddhi Vijnana Vidhi Parataya Kathyate. Two things he is telling here now. One is Dharma Dharmotpati Viveka Vijnanaya. Number two, Prana Vishuddhi Vijnana Vidhi Parataya Kathyate. How the virtue and vice take birth inside. That also we should be know. We should be able to discriminate easily. This is right, this is wrong, this is vice, and this is virtue. How to realize that? That has been told here. Number one. And the other thing is Atha Uvayepi Devasura Prajapatara Pratyani iti Prajapatyaha. That is why here it is told Uvaye, both of these Deva and Asura are none other than the progeny of Prajapati itself. Prajapatyaha. Who is that Prajapati? Karma Jnanadikrita Purushaha. See, it is that person who is competent to do the rites and meditations. Karma is rites. Jnana is meditations here. Upasanas. A person is possessing the eligibility of doing the rites and meditations is called as Prajapati. Karma Jnana Adhikritaha Purushaha. How you are taking this meaning? The Prajapati? He said, see the another Shruti. There is another Vedic text there. Purusha evoktham ayam eva mahan prajapatihi. Purusha eva uktham. Purusha eva mahan prajapati. This Purusha is none other than the Ukta. Ukta means the one who rises. The one who rises is called as Ukta. And the why? Because he is rising from step by step, does not let himself to fall. That way is called as Mahan Prajapati. The great person who is doing all the rites in a proper way and doing all the meditations in a proper way. That is why this fellow is called as the Mahan Prajapati. A person who does not do the rites and meditations in a proper way will not become Ukta. He will fall down. He will be degenerating himself. That's why he said, Purusha eva uktham, ayam eva Purusha, Mahan Prajapatihi, iti Shrutyantrat. Tasya hi shastriyaha swabhavikyascha karanavrataya viruddha apatyani eva tadudbhavatvat. Tasya, that means that Prajapati, that Purushas, every person, here every individual is being taken here as Prajapati, in whom all these things are going on. So, tasya hi shastriyaha and swabhavikyasya, the natural one and the scriptural tendencies that are going on, karanavrataya, the functions of the organs, viruddha, which are just opposite to each other, which are going on again and again in the body, apatyani eva, they are progeny, like progeny, not actually progeny, as if they are arising from him. Tad udbhavatva. The reason is, we are telling it as progeny, because it is rising from us only. It is due to us only. If we have viveka, the asura vritti will not come up, only daivritti will come up. If we have aviveka, then daivritti will not come up, asura vritti will come up. Both are due to us only. That means purushasya udbhavat. Purusha karanadi udbhavat. It arises from him only. Eva is as it were arising from him. Tat, tatra, utkarsha, apakarsha lakshan nimitte. Why this thing is happening? Utkarsha and apakarsha lakshana nimitte. With regard to excellence and degradation of each other. The Devaha, what they want to become? They want to be more and more excellent in their work. And here the Asuras, they want to degenerate all the time. So excellence and degeneration, just opposites, Utkarsha and Apakarsha. With regard to Lakshana Nimitte, Ha Devaha Udgitham Udgita Bhakti Upalakshitam Audgatram Karma Ajaruhu Ahratavantaha. For that purpose, what Devaha, the spiritual tendencies, what they did? Udgitham. Udgitham means we will not take only the part of that Sama. Because you have to go to the Prajapati, the person who is singing. So from Udgita Bhakti Upalakshitam, the part which is called as Udgita, by that we are implying here the Udgatram Karma. The singing, the karma is here. By Udgata, what the Udgata's karma is? To sing. Udgatam karma is singing. They sought the shelter of that karma, of that right in which the singing is going on. That is, they have taken the Somayaga, Jyotishthomayaga and such yagas only, in which singing takes place. The Somayaji is there, the Samavedi is there and is singing. Such karmas only they took shelter. Tasyapi kevalasya ahrana sambhavat. Even that they cannot directly take as a shelter. There is no right, no karma can become a shelter for anybody. Therefore, because that singing cannot take place whenever they want. The singing is also part of some other bigger karma. Singing is one of the portion in the whole spiritual that rite or Vedic rite is going on. So which rite in which they should be singing up by the Samavedi Udgata? For that is a Jyotishtomadi Ahartavanta. That karma we have to take in which the Samavedi sings the different samas in which there is Udgita part. And which are there, those karmas? Jyotishtam Adi, Jyotishtoma, Somayaga, Shwamedha, Rajasuya, and all these karmas, big karmas are there. In those karmas only, the Samavedi will be there, will be singing. Such karmas, they sought shelter. Tat kimartam ajarru? With what intention they took shelter in them? Anena karmena enan asuran abhibhavishyama ityam aviprayah santa. With the idea of through this karma surely we will be able to defeat or conquer the natural tendencies within us. With that intention only, with that idea in the mind, these scriptural tendencies took shelter of the Shastriya karmas, the Jyotishthomaadi, the rites. So now what is the rites in us then? Will be taken to us. There is no Jyotishtoma karma here. Okay? So where we have to go in shelter of? In which shelter we will go? What is Jyotishtoma inside us? What is Somayaga in us? In which Sama should be sung? There should be Udgita. So it said now, in the later portion, the prana of all the indriyas. The indriyas are working in this body in a very well cooperation. They are very well cooperating each other. The eye sees, and it is described by tongue, which is not seen. The person who is describing has not seen the thing. And the person who is seeing cannot describe. See the fun? We are seeing by eyes, but can eyes describe? And the tongue is speaking and describing things, can it see? See the cooperation, so beautiful. Whatever it sees, the tongue says everything. And the mind manipulates things in a beautiful way. Whatever it sings, it says about that, only that person which it likes. It exerts its own way. The mind manipulates things here in between also. So all these things are happening in a very well planned way. Nobody can, there's no chance to do any proper viveka. The things so fast it happens. So that is why here is telling this prana, which is beyond all this cooperation, should be accepted as we start from Teya Nasikyam Pranam Udgitam Avasanchakra, it will start the next mantra. So Anena Karmana, through this right, Yenan Asura, which right? Jyotishthamadi. Yenan Asuran, these natural tendencies, or the Asuras in general, which has been called as, we will be able to defeat Abhibhavishyamaha, we will be able to conquer these people, Ityam Aviprayaha, with this intention or idea, they themselves engaged into this big war.